Welcome back to the channel. Do not forget to like, share, and subscribe, and also turn on the notification button so I get update each time I go on live. Now, I've said this many times. This is the best World Cup so far. And one of the reasons why I think it is the best World Cup is because of the African team. I think the African team has made it because of the upset, because of the fact that they've qualified when no one thought they could qualify, knowing that Ghana would qualify. Ghana had a tough group, and Cape Verde especially had a tough group, and Congo as well in a group where there's the Portuguese and Colombia qualifying against the odds was a good thing, but I think it's almost the end of the road right now. So 10 African teams qualified, 9 made it through to the round of 32, including the fairy tale of the team, Cape Verde. They'll be playing Argentina. Tunisia was the only team that got eliminated. They were really shambolic, terrible to say the least. But that's what it is. They lost horribly. So in the round of 16, South Africa already out to Canada. So to 1-0, almost 90-minute goal, almost the last kick of the game. So they're out. They're coming back home. Good riddance to them. They're not my favorite anyway. Now, the Netherlands is going to be taking on the Moroccans. Moroccans were the flag bearer of the African continent in the last World Cup, where they did miracles. They performed miracles. But you agree with me that the Moroccan of last World Cup is not the same. They've not played with the same intensity, with the same organization and identity you think they will be playing, but is what it is. They've not really done it. We know the controversy was how they lost without losing the African Cup of Nations to Senegal. That is a topic for another day, but they've not really lived up. They did play, they played well against Brazil. So maybe I'm being unfair to the Moroccans, but they took the game to Brazil. If they play against Brazil now again, do I think they're going to beat Brazil? I don't think so. I think Brazil is growing into the game. So let's see if they can beat the Netherlands. The Netherlands are a high-scoring team. They're very direct. They have an identity. Do they come with you with force? Cote d'Ivoire against Norway. The Norwegians have done well, apart from losing 4-1 against the French team. I don't think we can use that to write them off. I still think they have an edge over Cote d'Ivoire. They have the firepower. Odegaard and Holland didn't play against, but I don't think it would have made any difference in that game. So Egypt against Australia, to me, Egypt could beat Australia. Australia's not a footballing nation. They are not that great anyway. So I expect Egypt to almost, imagine me putting Egypt ahead of Morocco. Not because I think the Egyptians are better than the Moroccans or the Cote Ivorians. It's simply because because of the opponent they are playing against. When you look at Senegal against Belgium, Belgium has been a shadow of themselves. They've always been a shadow of themselves. They had golden generation of Eden Hazard, and they did nothing. Now they have almost a deadbeat Lukaku and De Bruyne. So I think Senegal could beat the Belgians. Congo against England. I will go straight and tell you that the Congolese are going to lose to the British team. The firepower is more than what they could take. The experience is there. The depth is there. The Congolese are very defensive minded. And the problem with the British team is that they don't know how to break down defense, but they tried against Panama, which is something that's good to see. But I still think that the knockout stages bring out a different beast in you. But straightforward, I'm going to call that game. I'm not going to be straightforward. Congo are going to lose to England, and Algeria against Switzerland. That is a tough one. I'll give that a 50-50, but I'll still put the Swiss ahead of the Algerians. And Let's see how that goes, but I'm still putting them 2-1 to the Swiss. Cape Verde against Argentina. Ooh, I know the Cape Verde has been this fairy tale of the competition, but there's no way they are beating the Argentines. No way. They can dream of it, but this is as far as they've gone. You've done well. You've broken many records. You've set history. You against the odds. You've qualified. So don't dream about it, man. They will lose to Argentina. I'm sure it's just a matter of how many goals they're going to lose to Argentina. One thing we know well is that the kid really know how to defend. So I don't expect it to be like a a higher margin. I hope they don't respect the Argentines, because if they respect the Argentinians, they will lose horribly. They have to go there and play with confidence and play with boldness, the same way they played against Spain, and hope that they don't concede more goals. But they can hold their own. That's what we've seen so far. Can they do the same thing against in the knockout stage? I don't think so. But they must not respect their opponent. If they do, they will be beaten to a pulp. Now, Colombia against Ghana. Based on everything I've seen so far, I'll slightly put Colombia ahead of the Ghanaians. Again, the Ghanaians are also very defensively minded as well. They're defensively solid. Somenio is the only attacking threat that they think they have. William as well, he's good. The Atletico player, but hasn't been potent enough in this competition. While his brother plays in with the Spanish team, he plays with the Ghanaian team. What a story that is. Ghana always have that. One was playing for Germany and the other one was playing for Ghana, the Boateng family. So there's something about Ghana with siblings playing for different nationalities, where they could play for one nationality. So in my prediction, I would say Egypt against Australia. Egypt might win. Senegal might win. So those two teams are the two teams I think might qualify to round of 16. But there is a high possibility that the whole 9 African team might just lose in the round of 32. I think so. This might be the end because of their opposition. But I still think the Senegalese can beat Belgium big time. Egypt, and I don't know. I don't think the Norwegians can. Sorry, I don't think the Netherlands can lose to Morocco. I really don't think so. So what do you think? Let me know your opinion and thoughts in the comment section. Please, let's talk. Let me know if I'm being too harsh, if I don't have faith in our African brothers, or do you think I'm just bitter because Nigeria didn't qualify? Give me your opinion on the comment section and let me know what you think about the scoreline and the way I've rated the African team so far. All right. Thank you for watching. Do not forget to like, share, subscribe, and also turn up the notification button.